Do you want to know 5 money habits that are making you poor or even poorer during this crisis? If so, make sure to watch until the end to learn 5 money habits that you may be doing wrong right now that is making you poor or poorer. In this video, you will learn the best money habits to cultivate in this tough time so you can have more money in your pocket to buy the things that are really important to you and your family. Welcome to Success Booster TV channel. I'm Sam Fortis, founder of Success Booster Academy and author of Success Booster and co-author of Bounce Back Stronger in 2020. Our mission is to help you create a fulfilling, inspiring, and successful life, even in tough times. Our goal is to help you make more, learn more, and become a better and stronger version of yourself so you can achieve your full potential. Without further ado, let's dive into the 5 money habits that are making you poor or even poorer during this crisis. The first habit that is making you poor or poorer is having high spending habits. This poor money habit is definitely making you poor as you are spending most of your income buying things you don't really need. In my book, Success Booster, I call this type of people with a spender mindset. These are people who are spenders, people who spend more than they earn or more than they have. I know how to spend my money wisely. Even though I have low spending habits, it wasn't always like this. There was a time I used to spend more than I earn. There was a time I was always running out of money, and sometimes I had to borrow money to help me pay my bills. Look, son, I just bought a new iPhone SE. Yes, yes.
Wow, amazing. But where did you get the money from?
Don't worry about that.
I hope you didn't borrow more money again. Remember, we still have all these bills to pay. We have £1,000 in rent arrears.
Oh my God.
And this is another bill, £5,000.
Oh, that's why we wanted to go on holiday. Oh my God. Fortunately, I learned a couple of things to help me reduce my spending habits. That's exactly these things I'm going to share with you in this video. For example, instead of spending all my money, I decided to become what I call a wise spender. Over time, I learned the importance of spending my money wisely, which means spending money only on things I really need instead of things I wanted or things that would give me instant gratification. If you usually spend too much, I would challenge you to become a wise spender. Why? As you become a wise spender, you will have more money in your pocket and have more money to buy the things you really want. Here are a few examples of things you can do right now to become a wise spender. 1, make a list of all the things that are essential, things that you must have in your home, instead of buying things you want to have just because they make you feel happy or just because you want to impress your friends. Start to manage and track your spending habits weekly or monthly. Understand this: the more you manage your spending habits, the more money you'll have in your pockets, and therefore the more you'll feel in control of your finances. 3, cut your costs. If you are doing this already, well done. Keep it up. But if you're not cutting your costs right now, I would highly recommend you to reduce all unnecessary expenses as they're making you poor or even poorer during this crisis. Before buying something, always ask yourself, do I really need to buy this right now? So instead of spending money on liabilities or things you don't really need, what about spending the money to invest? For example, you can invest in yourself, invest in your personal development. Maybe you can spend the money on things or experiences that will enrich your life emotionally, spiritually, and even financially. Remember, We are in a crisis. So the more money you save, the more you will have to spend on the things that you really need, instead of spending on things you want or things that give you instant gratification. The second habit that is making you poor or poorer during this crisis is having debt. As Robert Kiyosaki mentioned in his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is one of the best financial books I ever read, not all debts are equal. There are two main types of debts: bad debts and good debts. The simple definition of bad debt is this: bad debt is the type of debt used to buy liabilities. The problem is we have to pay this money back. That's why bad debt takes money out of your pocket, and therefore bad debt makes us poor, or if you like, poorer. This means that if we borrow money to spend on liabilities or things we don't really need, we are investing in bad debt, and therefore we are investing in becoming poorer. Some examples of bad debts are debts such as credit cards, car loans, borrowing money to buy furniture, borrowing money to do home maintenance, borrowing money to buy clothes, and so on. So anything that you borrow to spend, not to invest, is a bad debt. So we should avoid this type of debt at all costs. A better debt we should invest in is good debt. Why? Because when you invest in good debts, you are borrowing money to buy assets, and therefore you're buying things that will make you and your loved ones rich in the long or short term. For example, if you borrow money to buy an investment that will grow in value or generate long-term income or wealth for you, this means you are investing in an asset, and therefore assets put money in your pocket, and therefore it makes you rich. With bad debts, we are borrowing money to spend on liabilities, and therefore we are investing in things that will make us poor. But with good debts, we are borrowing money to buy assets, and therefore we are investing in our financial futures, and we are investing in things that will make us rich. For example, if you borrow money to buy an asset such as a real estate investment or to buy a business that is going to generate income for you, then these debts are in fact good debts. The reason real estate investment is good debt is because you are borrowing money to buy a house, and then you are going to rent it out to people. So every month, your tenants will pay you a rental income from that asset. As you can see, this house is an asset because you will receive money in the form of rent. Another example of an asset is a business. If this business generates income and profit every month for you, then it is an asset, as it's putting money in your pocket. But if this business is taking money out of your pocket, then this business is a liability, which means you are in fact losing money, and therefore you are becoming poorer. Do you want to know more about good debt and bad debt? Click the description below to check how to get the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. This book is packed with great information to help you understand how to make more money and keep more of it, even during times of crisis. The third habit that is making you poor or poorer during this crisis is having a consumer mindset. Would you agree that we are living in a consumer society? These days we consume too much information. For example, we spend a lot of time watching TV, a lot of time on social media. Our kids spend a lot of time playing games or watching videos on YouTube. Ronnie, what are you doing?
I'm playing Roblox.
What are you watching?
Cinderella.
Cool. Unfortunately, most of us have a consumer mindset, which means we spend most of our money and time consuming information, buying goods and services. Companies create products and services, and then we as a consumer buy them. Of course, all of us are consumers. We would be much better financially if we take part of our money and time investing in creating something that would make you money instead of just consuming products and services. I'm not saying that it's wrong to be a consumer, but what if we could spend a bit of our time creating something that will make us rich and make money instead of just consuming information or just playing games? For example, you could instead have a creator mindset. Listen, my friends, it's okay to be a consumer, but we also need to start being a creator, which means you need to create something for other people to consume as well. For example, you can create something you sell for money and also that solves people's problems. Even though I'm a consumer, I invest part of my time creating videos and other content to help people. I also create books, ebooks, online courses and programs and other forms of educational programs to help people solve their problems. The reason you should invest your time in creating assets instead of just being a consumer is because these are the things that will make you more money and generate more income for you and your loved ones. So why don't you do the same? Start creating a book, an online courses, a webinar, a software, or anything that has potential to generate income for you and your loved ones. So my advice to you is don't just be a spender, a consumer, or someone who is always in debt. Be a creator instead. If you don't know how to create these sources of income, you can get someone to create them for you and sell them online. So these are the good things. Sometimes you don't know how to do something. You may not know how to create a book, online course, or how to develop a piece of software. But come on, why don't partner with someone or even pay someone to do it for you? We are talking about creating an asset or something that is going to be generating income for you for years to come. So make sure you're investing your time in this time of assets and start today creating online courses and other things that will generate income for you and your loved ones instead of just being a consumer or consuming products from other people. Another way you can make money instead of just being a consumer is to have a promoter mindset. This means that you can promote other people's products and get paid a commission when someone buys a product. The strategy number one is to be an affiliate partner. And strategy number two is the joint venture partner. Affiliate partner is where you use your Facebook page, a blog, a YouTube channel, or website, or even your Instagram to promote a product that people are interested in. For example, I work in partnership with Amazon's associates. Basically, I promote things such as books, computers, electronic equipments, online education programs, and many other items. The good thing is, every time someone buys a product that I recommend on my YouTube channel or on Facebook, I make money as a result. So if you want to know more about the Amazon Partnership Program, go to amazon.co.uk, associates, or go to affiliate program amazon.com and sign in and start making money right now. Now, another way to get money is to use ClickBank. This is an affiliate platform where you can promote any type of product you are interested in and get paid if people buy the product, of course. But you might be asking, how can I do that, Sam? How can I promote products and make money as a result? Well, the way you do this is by writing product reviews and then publish these reviews on your Facebook page. something that grabs people's attention. If you want to know more about these techniques of making money right now, as a creator or as a promoter, let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to teach you how to make money from creating products or services. If you want to know more about how to create more than one source of income, click on the top right corner of this video to see more. Are you enjoying this video so far? Like this video and then subscribe to our channel. The fourth habit that is making you poor or poorer is during this crisis is paying the bills first. I know that we are taught to pay our bills first, but you know what? After studying Rich and Financial Titans, I found out that paying the bills first is one of the worst things we can do because this habit is making you poor or poorer, especially during this crisis. Now, you might be asking me, Sam, how do I stop this habit and why it is wrong? That's a great question. Instead of paying bills and debt first, you should pay yourself first. Paying yourself first is the best financial habit you can create because if you always pay your bills and debt first, you'll always struggle to save money or invest in assets that will make you and your loved ones richer. In fact, I found that the one thing that rich people always make sure is to always pay themselves first, even before paying bills, taxes, or debts. So, rich people, they have always enough money to buy appreciable assets or to buy other investments. So I would highly recommend you to start paying yourself first. But you might be asking me again, how can I pay myself first? The way to do this is by saving at least 10% of your income each month. Now, if it's difficult for you to save 10%, then you can save 5% or whatever is comfortable for you. But I would recommend you to start saving right now. Always pay yourself first. That's what I do, and since I learned about this habit, and I'm sure if you do the same, your life will change forever. You see, in George Clayson's book, The Richest Man in Babylon, even he talks about the importance of paying yourself first. This is one of the best financial books you can ever purchase. So if you want to know more about the importance of paying yourself first, click on the description below and get a copy of The Richest Man in Babylon. Now, if you're struggling to pay your bills, maybe you are on low income or you are unemployed, or you might even be in debt. If that is the case, there are specific things you can do right now to sort your finance out and start feeling again in control. For example, you can click on the right corner of your screen to find out how to get out of debt fast in 2020. And also you can learn how to find the best jobs in demand in 2020. So go and click on your top right corner of your screen to learn how to get out of debt and also how to find the best jobs in demand in 2020 so you can start earning more money. The fifth habit that is making you poor or poorer is not having a financial freedom plan. Unfortunately, most of us don't have a financial freedom plan. No wonder most of us end up poor or relying on the government to take care of us when we get older. The good news is that when you have a financial freedom plan, you are not only taking ownership of your finances, but also you're taking ownership of your financial future instead of just relying on the government or on other people to look after you when you get older. When you plan your financial freedom, you'll have dependable cash flow and income that allows you to live the life you want. You see, rich people make sure that they have a financial freedom plan, but poor people always struggle with that and they end up in financial struggles. So make sure that you are saving monies for your financial future. Remember, as they say, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So, what are you doing right now to plan your future? In his book, Low Cost High Life, millionaire and entrepreneur Mark Homer talks about the concept of creating a save and never touch account. As the name suggests, basically an account where you are going to save money and never touch it, not even for emergencies. Well, you may be asking, Sam, what's the need to save and never touch? What if I need money for emergency? Well, Mark Homer, this millionaire, said, save and never touch. You should set up this account and never touch, because one day you will be able to live off the income it produces. It doesn't really matter how much you save. However, I would recommend you to invest 10% of your income, save and never touch accounts. Don't type of account we talked earlier, which is about saving 10% of your income so you can invest. This is about saving 10% of your income every single month so you can invest in your future. This money is going to take care of you and your family when you become older. Now, you can be asking me, where can I invest this money? Now, this money can be invested in stocks, bonds, ISAs, but remember, don't only invest the maximum amount requested. Otherwise, you'll be actually losing money instead of building financial wealth. So we need to start saving for our future and the future of our children. If you want to get the low-cost, high-life book, click the description below this video. This book will change your life forever. These are our 5 money habits that are making us poor or even poorer, and how to stop them. If you like this video, subscribe to Success Booster Academy right now. Just click on the subscribe button below this video. What type of strategy from today's video are you going to use first? Are you going to start paying yourself first, or are you going to start planning your financial future? Either way, please let us know by leaving a comment below this video right now. Do you want to know 10 simple steps to get out of debt faster and save more in 2020? If so, click on the video coming on your screen. It will enrich your life emotionally, spiritually, and even mentally. Oh no! What mentally means?
Mentally!
Oh dear. George Clarkson, am I saying his name right?
No, Daddy. It's George Clayson.
It's not George Clarkson.
No.
The number one habit that is keeping you poor is... Oh, who's calling me right now? Hello? Who is speaking?